What's up, you friggin' geniuses? So, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to order fractions from least to greatest. So, as you can see, got some fractions up here. We have 5/6, 11/8, 2 1/4, and 15/12. Now, how do we order these from least to greatest? Well, first thing we have to do is make sure all our fractions are either proper or improper fractions. So as you can see, that is not our case here, right? Because we have a mixed fraction right here. So we need to change that into just a regular fraction like the other three. And more specifically, we have to change it to an improper fraction. So how can we change this mixed number into an improper fraction? Well, a quick way of doing that is just multiplying these two numbers and then adding this one at the end. So what's 4 times 2? 4 times 2 is equal to 8, right? Okay, so then we're going to do 8 plus 1. What's 8 plus 1? 9, okay? So this becomes the numerator of our improper fraction. So what goes down here in the denominator? Well, whatever we had in the denominator right here is going to be the same denominator we have right here. So 2 1/4 is equal to 9/4. Okay, so that was the first step. Okay, now we have all just regular fractions over here. Now, the second step is going to be finding a common denominator between all these fractions. So as you can see, we have a 6 here, we have an 8 here, we have a 4 here, and a 12 here. So they're all different. We need to find a common denominator between them. How do you do that? Well, an easy way would just be listing out their multiples. Okay, so let's take this one, for example, 6. So I'm going to take 6, and I'm just going to list out multiples of 6. Or in other words, I'm going to count by 6. So 6, 12, 18, 24, and I could keep going, but I'll just stop there, okay? Now, next, I'll do 8. Okay, so 8 would be 8, 16, 24, 32, and I'll stop there. Okay, next one, we have 4. So multiples of 4 would be 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and I'll stop there. And then lastly, we just have 12, okay? So 12 would just be 12, 24, 36, and so on. Okay, so in order to find a common denominator, all we have to do is find a common multiple, or in other words, a number that they all have in common. So do we have a number like that in these lists? Well, actually we do, okay? We have 24 here, we have 24 here, we have 24 here, and we also have 24 here. So since they all have the number 24 in common, that is what we're going to change their denominators to. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, let's take this fraction, for example, 5/6. 5/6. So I want to change my denominator here to 24. So how can I change 6 to 24? Well, I could multiply by 4, right? Because 6 times 4 is equal to 24. But if we're going to change the bottom down here, we also have to change the top, okay? So if I'm going to multiply by 4 down here, I also have to multiply by 4 up here. So what's 5 times 4? That would be 20. So I changed 5/6 to 20/24. Okay, so let's do that to the other three fractions. So next we have 11/8. Okay, so I want 24 in the denominator, right? So here I'm going to have to multiply by 3, right? Because 8 times 3 is equal to 24. So since I multiplied by 3 down here, I also have to multiply by 3 up here. So 11 times 3 is 33. Okay, so here we have 33/24. Next we have 9/4, right? 9/4. So if we want to get 24 in the denominator, we're going to have to multiply by 6, right? Because 4 times 6 is equal to 24. And then again, we also have to multiply by 6 up here. So what's 9 times 6? 54. So here we have 54/24. And then this last one is 15/12. So to get 24 in the denominator here, we're going to have to multiply by 2, right? Because 12 times 2 is 24. So that's equal to 24. So we have to multiply by 2 on the top also. And then 15 times 2 is equal to 30. So we changed 15/12 to 30/24. So now you can see that they all have the same denominator, right? We have a 24 here, 24 here, 24 here, 24 here. So now all we have to do is compare their numerators. Okay, so that's what we're going to list from least to greatest. So here we have 20, here we have 33, 54, and 30. So out of all those, which one is the smallest or the least? Well, it looks like it'd be 20, okay? So 20 over 24 would be the smallest one, okay? What's the second smallest? Well, let's see, we have 33, 54, and 30. So it looks like 30 would be the second smallest, 30 over 24. Okay, which one's next? We have 33 and 54, so looks like it'd be 33 over 24. Okay, and then lastly, the biggest one is 54 over 24. So the last step is just going to be writing them as their original fractions. So 20 over 24 was originally 5/6, right? So we're going to put 5/6 right there. And then 30 over 24 was originally 15 over 12. Okay, so 15 over 12. And then 33 over 24 was originally 11 over 8. So 11 over 8. And lastly, 54 over 24 was originally 9 over 4. But remember, 9 over 4 was originally 2 1/4, right? But we just changed it to 9 over 4. So this one's actually 2 1/4. Okay, so that would be your answer right there, listed from least to greatest. All right, guys, so that's how you order fractions from least to greatest. I hope the video was helpful. If it was, definitely leave a thumbs up down below. It's always appreciated. And if you still have any other questions, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to try and help you out. Also, there's a playlist attached at the end of the video, so if there's any other topics you need help with, definitely go check those out, and I'll see you there.